how many cases do we see where social media is an issue?
Yeah, it happens frequently, and especially if you're trying to, around issues like drug abuse and other things that can be harmful to kids, and in domestic violence cases, you see it too.
And you've had several cases where the client is claiming something or not claiming, or claiming something did or did not happen, only for the other party to go out to social media and find evidence to the contrary.
Right, and they can do it if they have access to one of your friends.
Right.
They can get into your account.
Yeah.
Really, the kind of thing, the way you want to portray yourself in front of the court is, hey, look at me, I'm a nerd. I never do anything nasty or controversial, and I'm very straight-laced, and all I really care about is Junior's well-being.
Right.
And
anything I have done in the past, I've gotten religion and I don't do it anymore.
Don't do it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and those kinds of things can be used against you in child custody cases.
Mm-hmm. Now we have all these different things of, everything from Pinterest to Instagram to
Well, how much trouble can you get in Pinterest?
Twitter to whatever. Well,
Instagram.
I don't.
Instagram's bad because it's photos,
Yeah. Well, and now we're getting into TikToks, right? Our 16-year-old is constantly trying to record a TikTok that he thinks is going to go viral, and we keep telling him to stop being stupid on there. But anyway,
you want to do something revolutionary? Be a normal teenager on TikTok.
I don't think teenagers are listening to this, or I hope they're not. I hope they're not going to divorce their kids yet. Well, you can't get in too much trouble on Pinterest, but what Pinterest can do is it can give people insight into what you're looking at. Like, I remember we had a case once where I went out and looked up the Pinterest account or whatever because the husband just was he was kind of a friend of ours, and he was having a hard time accepting that it was over. And I went out on her Pinterest account, and there's like all these things about, finding a new husband, or what husbands should do, or what relationships should be like, and all these different things. And it was kind of like, we didn't necessarily use it in court, but it was still sort of like something that ruffled his feathers enough to where it was upsetting. And that's not a state you really want your co-parent to be in, because they're difficult.
And that was the case where she was claiming that she was an artist. She's an artist. That's her occupation. Right now, she's not earning any money. But
no, I'm not talking about her.
But she's an artist. Well, this is also a Pinterest. This is where I found her art.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. It's like, if she needs a different occupation, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah, if she's an artist and here's her postings on Pinterest of her art, and this is what her art looks like, it's time for her to get a real job.
That's right. Hunter Biden would definitely give her a run for her money.
Yeah. But, a lot of times when we put these things out there, I think especially in the beginning, we're having a really hard time, and a lot of times, we do seek solace through going out and hanging out with friends and doing things that we haven't gotten to do for a while.
Yeah.
I did that at one
And getting stone drunk and waking up in some strange girl's bed. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like that. I've never woken up in a strange girl's bed, but, whatever. Yeah. But, you do these things. I guess my point is that we all do things we're not proud of. And sometimes divorce is a point that brings in a lot of those things that you're not proud of, because you're going through a really hard time. You're trying to cope. Your whole life's torn apart. And, are you going to do things you're not proud of? Probably you're going to do at least one or two. But for goodness sake, don't post them on social media. Because the problem is when things get posted on social media, we've even had situations where people are trying to subpoena records. I've seen people in the past try to subpoena records from Facebook and try to,
Right.
and I
Now,
don't.
Facebook will resist a subpoena.
Yeah, I don't think that's easy to do, but honestly,
Yeah.
you don't want to put yourself in that position where people are trying to, get at your records like that. The best thing to do is just not have anything there.
Or we could do discovery and ask for your passwords.
Right. Right, yeah, they can do that. They can ask for your password the other attorney can ask for passwords to your accounts. You can be compelled to provide those. Then they log in, they've got access. So you may think you have your settings set to private. You may think that you're protecting yourself, but there are different areas of the law that can penetrate certain aspects of things for specific reasons. And so you've the best philosophy is don't post.
Yeah.
Or whatever you post, it's a picture of you and your kid.
Cat
or,
videos.
Yes. Cat videos.
Cat videos are very good.
Videos of your little evil dog. Mine's not in the room right now.
Yeah,
but
doing zoomies.
yeah, she doesn't do much zoomies anymore. I see people do things like taking pictures with their new mate's kids and posting them.
Right.
And that ruffles the other parent's feathers.
Right.
And, as a general rule,
oops, that was private. That wasn't private?
Really, you just don't want to post things that are going to cause conflict between you and the other parent, because that's going to make your life miserable. But if you're the new mate, don't post things that are, if I, Thomas's kids were 1 and 2.
Yeah.
If I pick up that 1-year-old and take a picture of me and him and post it on social media, and his mother or one of his mother's friends sees it, and you'd be surprised who you're connected to, because if I'm connected to Thomas, I'm probably connected to somebody.
Yeah, you're probably 3 ways away from being connected to Kevin Bacon.
Yes, 3 degrees from Kevin Bacon. That's right. So if I'm connected to Thomas, Thomas is probably connected to somebody that he and his ex-wife have as a mutual friend, or like the birth families of the boys. Those are mutual people that they're both connected to.
Right.
And so then that person comes back and goes, hey, who's this lady taking a picture with your kid? Right. And then all of a sudden we've got a problem that wouldn't have existed if I wasn't posting.
And of course that person feels duty bound to screenshot that and send it to your ex.
Right.
And we see that over and over again.
We do. We see it over and over and over. And a lot of times you'll tell people to stop and they keep going.
It's like, I can't think of any scenario under which that would actually be a good thing to do.
Right.
Or a moral thing to do. But they seem to feel it, well, they can't know that this isn't happening. They can't believe this isn't happening. They have to know.
Right.
No, they don't have to know.
Right.
Eh.
Right. It's like
drama. It's drama kings and drama queens.
Right, and that drama does not play well in court.
Right.
My advice to you would be don't post anything that's questionable at all.
Yeah, I saw a practice book one time that addresses this, and it said you should encourage your clients to do a social media fast till the case is over.
Right. Right, or close your accounts or suspend them, or at least temporarily don't use them. Something. I mean, like Thomas said, they can ask for, in discovery, they can ask for your social media passwords. And so if they have your social media passwords, they can even go in and look at your messaging between you and other people and things you've said. And, there's all kinds of risk to it.
Yeah.
So I just simply, don't use it, which would be my advice.
I don't post anything on Facebook that I wouldn't want my mother to see.
Right. There you go.
And she's an 82-year-old lady.
You just have to be, careful, what you're posting and what you're making public and what information can be found about you, because trust me, depending on the attorney that your ex hires, they're going to leave no stone unturned. Right. Trying to accomplish the goal. And
yes.
As Thomas says, they'll spend every last drop of your money trying to resolve the case. So that's how that goes. All right. So the moral of the story is don't drink and post. It's like those drunk text messages. Just don't send them.
Yeah.
Also, don't get drunk and send your ex I think we should get back together text. Don't do that.
Yeah. Just say no.
Just say no.
We'll grow in number, fueled by the turn us to thousands.